Happy holidays from Divine Resolution Tarot. To celebrate our first year on YouTube and to thank all of you for your support, we're offering a special on readings delivered via email from now until December 26th. For $18, you'll receive the answer to one question, $26 for 2 questions, and $34 for 3 questions. All readings come with a photo of the cards pulled for you and a written explanation of the answers to your questions. To book this special or any other reading, please visit www.divineresolutiontarot.com. Have a happy holiday and enjoy the video. Hi YouTube and welcome to Divine Resolution Tarot. My name is Chanel and I'm the resident tarot reader for this YouTube channel as well as for the Divine Resolution Tarot business that operates in Minnesota. If you'd like to work with me, all of the information is in the description box down below, as well as the information about the December sale. There will be a link to that too. This reading is a quick bi-weekly love reading. It's intended for the sign of Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. If you're watching for a Capricorn, this could feel like a message for you about your Capricorn. So please just take it how it resonates, because energies can be vice versa. 2 cards wanted to come out there, so that is what we will do. I'm going to use a different spread because I don't like doing the same thing over and over. And for bi-weeklies, it kind of is nice because it'll give me a look at some different energies around your situation. It also gives me the opportunity, if any Capricorns are missed in the monthly, to pick up on a different story as well. But usually it seems like I keep reading for the same groups as time goes on. Bottom of the deck is King of Wands. Yeah. So you can't tell if the person that you're dealing with is with you or not. And that's kind of the energy over the next few weeks. I feel like you're getting into a space where you're just ready to release this situation. Because even though you feel like this could be a soulmate, this individual isn't really paying you a lot of attention, and when they do, it's kind of hard to tell what the purpose of the communication is. Like, it's all kind of superficial, nonchalant, feels a little bit like they're holding back. You can't tell if this person is just playing games with your time or if they're uninterested, right? So you're kind of in this space of, over the next few weeks, maybe even trying to do something else because you're just like, wow, I just don't even know what's going on with this particular energy in my life right now. I'm just going to pull. Yeah, there's some disappointment here. I feel like the person that you've been dealing with over the next few weeks, they're kind of showing you a side of themselves lately that you're just like, I don't really know what's going on with this, and it might be time for me to do something else. Tell me one more, please. Yeah. All right. Bottom of the deck for you. In this deck, we have the past. So yeah, there was not a whole lot of commitment going on with this relationship. This is kind of feeling like it's not been getting off the ground in the way that you would like. I see that this has been a sexual relationship, but it seems like someone's really disconnected. Something happened with this past. Something was said. Something was with this ego in the reverse and messages in the reverse. It's almost like, could it even been that a comment was made about like a past relationship that really damaged someone's ego? Could have been something about love in general that's kind of made this person feel unimportant to you, or you are feeling this way about them. Whatever it was, the communication that happened, it's made this person kind of question whether or not you're safe to be vulnerable to, or you could be feeling this way about them. And so it's kind of this stalemate energy where you're both just kind of feeling one another out, and they're withdrawing and that's making you feel like it's time to do something different. Let me just take a look here. I feel like you have or will be trying very hard to either apologize to this person or to come to some sort of like compromise with them. You want to see their point of view. You're trying really hard to figure out what may have led to kind of this icy energy that you're feeling from this person. But I feel like it's not really going the way you're hoping, because you're actually trying to open up and be like, hey, you know, if I've done anything, if I've said anything, if I have made you feel something that you're not able to like come towards me, or, you know, you could even just be saying like, you know, I miss you, or I miss being around you. I wish that we could spend more time together, right? I'm just looking here. Yeah, this is hard because it's kind of like you've extended this offer, you know, and this person is still not in a place where they're kind of jumping on it. And so I feel like for some of you, you're really just kind of giving this a time limit. Like, okay, if I don't see a change, or I don't hear from this person within the next, you know, 2 or 3 weeks, I'm going to go live my best life, and I'm just going to move forward without this individual. You may have communicated to this person at one time that you just wanted something temporary, and they were more invested in you, and so they took that as in you not being interested. That's something that's coming through very strongly here. I think that what you're going to end up doing is trying to kind of find a distraction for yourself. That's the space that you're moving into, where it's almost like you went from being very vulnerable or willing to work through things to now you're just kind of shutting down and feeling like not only a lot of disappointment around the situation because it hasn't been able to blossom in the way that you had hoped, but it's also kind of this energy of like trying to avoid your real feelings here, you know, and just be like, you know, whatever, I'm just going to go out, I'm going to have fun. It is what it is. But in reality, I think that you really do feel quite badly that this isn't going the way that you had planned. Yeah, your situation here, you're moving into a place where you're becoming more and more emotionally detached from the situation. And this is a real defense mechanism. You know, you may be even calling people that you've dated in the past and being like, hey, do you want to get together? Let's hook up and see each other, because you're tired of feeling stuck by this energy of someone treating you this way. You know, you're not waiting on them anymore. It's almost like you've kind of sealed the deal. Like you're like, well, if you're not gonna get with the program, then it is what it is. I tried. You know, that's what's really coming through here. You're being very analytical about the situation, and I feel like you're not willing to go back to something that it's almost like you felt this way before, but not so much with this person. This is something that you felt in the past. And when you felt the same energy that you're feeling now from a different person, it turned out that that individual was unfaithful to you, or they were interested in other people. And so for you, you're just taking this as like a huge red flag, and you're being like, you know, I've been there, I've done that, I can kind of see where this is going, or I can see what I feel like this means. And so I'm going to remove myself from this altogether because it's triggering something that you've experienced in the past with someone else. Okay. We do have Aries, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Cancer energy. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, and Pisces, if that's important to you. To me personally, I don't so much care about signs, so a lot of the time I forget to say them, so sorry about that. Just looking here at this. Yeah. To you, your focus right now is on really trying to live your best life. You know, you may be taking a trip, doing something new, you know, you're like re-solidifying being single in a lot of ways, because it's like, you know what you want, and then you know what this looks like to you. And you're like, yeah, you know, I've moved past dealing with anything that makes me feel this way when I was with my old partner. I'm just going to be on my own, you know. You may even over the next few weeks be communicating that to this person. Like, well, being that you seem like you're not interested and this doesn't seem like it's moving, I'm going to do something else, right? Because we have this beginnings card in the reverse. So if this person is extending an offer to you, you may either be going out and seeing them or meeting up with them and then letting them know that, or you may be just kind of ignoring them altogether and moving forward on your own. I'm just looking here at your situation. For some of you, the way that I'm kind of seeing this is that this individual over the next few weeks will have a conversation with you that could really move this forward. And so if you were thinking you were going to leave this situation and start fresh with someone else, it's like just as you're starting to make that move, like, okay, well, I guess I'll just kind of throw out this and do something else. This person is coming in, and they may even be traveling to you or telling you like, hey, I'm in your area. Can we get together? And you'll see that it's not exactly what you thought it would be. You know, it might not be as dire as you thought. There's a few different stories coming through here, and I'm sorry for that, because others of you may end up getting a message that this person is really dealing with someone else. And that's why you're just like, you know what? I can't, like, and I think for you, a lot of you, that's your focus, is that you feel as though this person has to be with someone else if they're not reciprocating. I don't really personally think that that's the case. I think you don't have all of the information yet. So to me, I kind of feel like you're jumping the gun a little bit from what's coming through here. It's like you're afraid of the worst case scenario, so you're pulling yourself out of the situation before that can actually happen. Future, I do see that if you've been not really communicating with this person, they will end up having a discussion with you. But I'm interested here in this Hermit because there's still an element of holding back. And someone's going to end up being hurt in the future. You know, what I'm going to tell you, Capricorn, and this looks like a caution to me. This looks like a warning. Be careful of moving on from someone too quickly before you really know what the situation is. Okay, because this is almost the energy of you, because you're not getting the feedback you want in the time you're getting it. You end up going off and doing something else. And then this person comes back and they're like, wow, like while I was gone or while I wasn't processing or, you know, whatever the case was, maybe I was afraid to be with you or I was afraid to move this forward based on things that happened in my past. Something you said reminded me of an ex that really broke my heart, and I just needed a minute to kind of figure it out. But I'm here and I want to be here. Then it's like, wow, oh, but you're with someone else. Or the behavior that I was afraid of you exhibiting based on what you said is exactly what you did when I didn't give you the response that you were looking for. Okay. So be very, very careful, because this talks a lot about regrets. And it's almost like you end up doing exactly what this person fears you're going to do. And then that's what causes the breakdown of this situation. And it's hard because this person is also triggering you, by them acting so cold. With this childhood and this Emperor card, this could be that you are seeing similarities between this person and your parent, something that they did that you felt like you would never be in that situation again, where someone was withholding love from you, or maybe treating you as though you did something you didn't do, and you're always having to explain yourself. But this is telling you to be very careful, because whatever you said that triggered this person, it reminded them of something they've been through. And so they took a step back. And now whatever you're doing in their absence, or however you handle that, is going to really shape the trajectory of how this situation goes in the future. Because if you decide to kind of do what I'm seeing, where it's like, okay, I'm just going to go off and do my own thing. I'm going to party. I'm going to, date around. When this person comes back to you after they've thought about it. And the thing is, they're coming back to you and they're going to tell you like, hey, you know what? I was being really silly and I'm so sorry. And this is why I acted this way. And I want to work through this with you. But if they come back and they see that you're doing exactly what they thought would happen when they were triggered, that's going to lead to you having a lot of regret. Okay. So just take your time, whatever you do decide, because you don't have all of the information about the situation, and your actions are going to play a huge role on what this person does next. Okay, I don't want you to shoot yourself in the foot, all right, because it seems like this is something that you really want. So just please be mindful of whether or not you're like acting out of feeling like, okay, I just need to move on and this isn't turning out the way I want. It's time to go. Are you leaving because you feel like you're really over it, or are you leaving because you feel like you're being rejected and you're trying to not feel that feeling, right? So we have priorities. Get your priorities straight. When you know what's important, saying no gets much easier. I think that's kind of what I'm seeing here, is you all are a little bit at war with yourself. Your priority is like, man, I want this to move forward. I want to feel as though I'm stable in this relationship. And that's what I'm seeing coming through, is like, okay, what are we doing? This is where I'm at. Why are you acting like this? Let's go. But it seems like there's kind of a change happening here, because as much as your priority has always been to have this relationship or this commitment, this person now, are they a priority to you? And when you kind of shift your focus, it's like, wow, I was always so focused on having the relationship and what it should look like, that I never really stopped to think about who it was with or what they'd look like and what they're bringing to the table, right? Once this person becomes a priority to you, or you decide like, this is who I want to be with, I think those expectations of what your relationship should look like and when it should happen, that'll really start to kind of fall away for you, because there's kind of this energy of like rigidness based on, things that you've experienced throughout your past or your childhood, right? There's kind of this energy of like, perfection or expectation, and that's not always the most realistic, just for the simple fact that, when you're dealing with someone, those are two different energies that you're trying to temper together and really find a way to work with one another. Okay. So I think that there are some things you're going to have to release if you want this relationship to work. It may be the expectation of what it should look like and when it should happen and how it should happen, because it looks like there's some old wounds that your partner is still working through. And it seems like you're both triggering one another. We also have ready, set, go. Now is the perfect moment to dive in and embrace your heart's desire. So to me, I know that you're experiencing what feels like a delay, and you really want to move this forward. You're kind of in a space of being like, if you're not with it, I'm going to leave you behind, whatever. Somebody will be with it if you're not. Spirit is asking you to really start focusing on your emotions, okay? And where do you lie emotionally? What do you want, you know? Don't just focus on the practicalities of the situation and the tangible and kind of like what do I see? What's our mile markers? Where's our timestamps? You know, like this is a time for you to be able to really start tapping into your heart's desire and moving from a place of authenticity emotionally, okay? So good luck with this. Please be mindful of what we talked about. And I think if you just give it a little bit of time, try not to make a very rash decision or judgment if you can help it for the next few weeks, because there is something going on kind of behind the scenes that you don't know, okay? All right, Capricorn, thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. I hope you all have a lovely holiday if you celebrate, and I'll be speaking to all of you again soon. In the meantime, though, please do take care of yourself. Bye.